How we doing?
Good. Good.
All right.
Mike, David Moore, Dallas Morning News. You probably don't open these enough asking you about baseball.
How about them Rangers? I was hoping you'd go there. Yeah.
That's
why I'm late.
You guys get so busy, but do y'all stop down for those moments or something and get to watch them, or how
Just
does it go?
guys keeping posted on the games. You know, obviously what an unbelievable run. I mean, I think it really jumps out to me is their way. You know, winning the games on the road. So 13 wins on the road. So I hopefully we get a little luck from them guys there. That's just what a great series, great playoff run.
Clarence before we start talking about Tyron Smith, will he do anything today?
No, he'll be in the. He's going to do more individual footwork, so he'll work with Britt and do some. You know, so we're working towards it. The goal is for him to do all the walkthroughs today and tomorrow, and hopefully practice Saturday.
Mike Toddarch with ESPN. We asked you the other day about Philly's defense, and you said you hadn't gotten enough to it on Monday. How different is it with Desai compared to what they've had in the past?
Well, I mean, conceptually, it's obviously very similar. You know, the foundation's still there, but I think it's like anything is, you know, you have a different coordinator. So I mean, as far as tendencies through situations and how he utilizes certain coverages and pressures and their stunts in games. So, but yeah, there's a tremendous amount of carryover from last year.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. I see Richards. How has he been looking in practice? I know he played a little bit for you on Sunday, but how has he been looking yesterday in the practice?
I mean, he's doing fine. I mean, he's obviously getting a lot of work. Both with our reps and the look team reps. But I think just like all young guys, he's if he can settle in and play primarily at one position, it's definitely helpful. But he's growing, he's getting better.
Because with Tyron and it's a stinger, you don't know with Tyron the stinger, it can come up any time. How concerned are you that this is a padded practice and you're not going to have him today?
Not concerned. Just trusting the medical path, and obviously Tyron's played a tremendous amount of football, and we feel like we have a good plan. As far as coming out of yesterday and progressing today, and like I said, we still have time. It's only Thursday, so I think as long as he practices Saturday, that we'll be fine.
John.
John Michaud, The Athletic. We got a chance to talk to Trayvon Diggs a little bit in the locker room yesterday. Mm-hmm. How important do you think it is for a player, with season-ending injury, to still be around the team?
Well, I think it's extremely important. Just talked about Leighton the other day, and just having all your guys here. So I mean, you have and the other part of it is the rehab. They pretty much most of them go through it together. I think that's a tremendous advantage to have someone else to go through it, and obviously you got a number of guys that have a similar injury to the rehab. So I think it's very important from the medical rehab part of it, but the support component is vital. This is what he's used to doing. This is where he's very comfortable, and it's great having him here.
Josh.
Justin Mars, Pro Football Network. Coach, can you talk about Tyler Smith and kind of the progression he's made throughout the course of the season, especially just being a younger player taking that jump?
Yeah, Tyler's just really from day one. I mean, you think about his path. Spent the whole training camp at one position, started at the other position. Last year going back and forth. It's been good to really give him a home at left guard. So he's off to an outstanding start in his career, and now you're starting to see him grow. In the locker room and as a leader. But I'm just there's a couple plays a game that we always highlight because he has that type of impact as an offensive lineman that you usually don't hear about because there's not statistics for it. So, but just a really, really good young player that keeps getting better.
Mike Edwarder, ESPN. How significant and in which particular ways do you think Dak's more frequent use of his mobility the past 2 weeks has most benefited the offense?
Well, I mean, anything that generates first downs is a benefit to the offense. I think, also creates opportunities for big plays, whether he's running forward or, he's extending the play and, creating some green grass opportunity on the scramble drill. So, yeah, it's definitely a benefit.
Nick Harris, DallasCowboys.com. What work will Jayron Kearse do today, you think?
He'll do more. I mean, obviously, he'll do a lot more than yesterday, so he'll be probably more in the limited category.
Was that something that happened during the game against the Rams
Just being smart, yeah. Just got a couple, just being smart.
David?
Like I think you were saying after the game Sunday that you kind of reached a stage of the season, even if Tyron was healthy, he wasn't going to be practicing on Wednesdays, by and large. Was that kind of the plan when both sides determined to come back and make him part of this thing?
Well, no, it's really, and there's a number of guys in that category. I mean, I think, everything's measured. You come out of camp, there's things that you're trying to get done, and it's not as much about the individual, just his particular efforts, but it's also how it's coordinated with the others too. So you're always trying to find that sweet spot, but you have to clearly recognize veteran players that have played a lot of football. And the 17th game, I mean, it's you have to factor that in. That's real, So all that. So we do have a group of veterans on Wednesday that we have a plan like that for.
And I guess with his recent injury history and factoring that into how he fits this season and going forward, the determination was made when he is on the field, he's still performing at such a high level that this is, because I know you always talk about continuity in the offensive line, and this does impact that. So he just plays at such a high level when he's on the field.
Well, it's really the full speed reps, but I mean, he's still in all the walkthroughs. I mean, it's not like he's just because he's not taking the team padded reps that he's not involved. So I mean, and there's things that you do, in coordination, with two-man surface techniques and fundamentals, three-man surface techniques, and so I mean, you continue to work that because you're obviously it's a safer environment to prepare for. Prepare in.
Mike.
Mike McCarthy, Dallas Morning News. The run defense has really improved this season overall. For you, what stands out as to the reason why?
Well, I mean, obviously a conscious effort to improve it. I think if you look back to training camp, we did more run. We did more team run. We did 907 every possible day that we had it. So I think like a lot of things in this game, you get what you emphasize, and it is a challenge more and more each year in training camp because the time is less. So, but it was definitely a focus for us because 21 and 22 were good indicators of how people view us and how they want to attack us.
Mike, does the magnitude of this game speak for itself, given that the Eagles lead the conference and the division, or is it amplified a little because when you played one of the other contenders against the 49ers, you had arguably your worst game of the year?
The second point's not even part of my thinking. But yeah, I mean, I think this game speaks for itself. I mean, it's the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And to me, that's as far as it needs to go. So, and we'll be ready to go.